Okay, salut mes élèves, let's talk about your final assignment here. So, quick rundown. Over here, that's my face, that's what I still look like. If you don't remember, it's because it's still days. This is your final assignment over here, okay? All right, let's make this. All right, so I will choose a social issue that is of interest. I will explore and investigate the issue and produce, hey, look at that, it keeps on freezing, that's fun. That's better. And produce an annotated bibliography, list of sources. I'll prepare a detailed analysis of the social issue, drawing, formal essay. This is not a formal essay, however, it can be so if I desire. I will hand in a preliminary draft for feedback, communicate my findings by completing the final analysis report using APA. If you want to read that, that's fine, but if you want to listen to what I have to say about it, that's cool too. So, you're going to, and let's do this a bit out of order, research some sort of social issue. And I have, why do I have to keep clicking? This should work. Um, your options are here. Okay, maybe I actually watch this. Yeah. It wants me to hit record it like I'm actually recording a video. Computers are dumb. Here's a list of your options that you can pick from. And that is not an exhaustive list of options. If you find something else that you're interested in, you may go ahead and do so. I know for a fact that one of our students was doing with, or some of our students with student council were looking at human trafficking. That'll fit in here. So you can choose that. But there's a metric crap ton of options here that you can choose from all over the map. Okay, so ageism to child poverty, First Nations poverty, LGBTQ stuff, workplace and workplace equality, justice system, homelessness. If you can't find something on there that interests you, I'll be shocked, but also let me know if you find something. So your first step will be finding a topic you want to research. Keep in mind, this is a psych, soc, anthro, so we're going to looking for a psychology, an anthropology, and a sociology type point of view on the subject itself, okay? Back to the top. Three parts of this. First part, annotated bibliography. This is a bibliography or a reference page with a summary note that will help you explore and investigate the social issue. You will provide three annotated sources. Et la date limitée, j'ai choisi le 25 février, okay, which 3 days from now, okay. The deuxième part, c'est draft outline. So it's your draft outline, which includes a title page, subtitles, and point form notes, including in-text citations. La date limitée, c'est le 2e mars, et si on regarde au calendrier, ça c'est mardi. Et finalement, c'est la tâche finale, c'est le final analysis report, le 5 mars. Ça, c'est le dernier jour de vos octomestres, okay? So it's the last day of the octomester to hand that in. That's the topic at the bottom. So there's three parts. Let's walk through the three parts. First step, the annotated bibliography. Comment s'écrire une bibliographie annotée? C'est une bibliographie, c'est avec des notes. Une bibliographie est une liste des sources que vous utilisez pour rédiger un article. C'est un résumé, une évaluation et une appréciation de la pertinence. Ça, c'est important, la pertinence de vos sujets et vos thèses. Other stuff here, we're okay. I'm going to go through it. Comment puis-je commencer? Identifier, ressembler une vérité des sources, inclure des livres, des textes, des articles imprimés, électroniques. We'll go look at these. And what you want to include, résumé. Inclure une ou deux phrases sur le sujet général de la question et de recherche que l'ouvrage aborde. S'agit-il d'un essai, d'un article de presse, d'un document d'opinion, d'un texte? Comment le livre ou l'article est-il organisé? Quel est le public visé? Évaluer. Quelle est l'autorité de cette personne sur ce sujet? Ça, c'est important. Je préfère si vous trouvez une personne qui avait écrit une chose qui sont importantes. If you had like something from me written on, I don't know, the Highway of Tears, I think it's called, which is a significant human trafficking route in BC. I don't know anything about it. Don't take my word for it as the expert, okay? Now, if it's written by someone who lives out there or deals with it, or RCMP or something, that's a person you can put some weight into. They're from a university, they're researching it. Selon vous, quelle est la motivation au bout de l'auteur? Et réfléchir. Décrivez en quoi la source est pertinente de vos sujets. Décrivez comment s'intègre votre argument et votre recherche. La source a-t-elle changé votre façon de penser à vos sujets? So here's what an annotated bibliography looks like. This is an English copy, which I can't make better. This is just a great resource. So found online. This is an annotated bibliography. So you would have your citation just like that, okay? And some inputs here. This is all APA, of course. And then this is long. This is a bit longer than I would expect from you, okay? So they break down what their source is about. So in this article, Nicholson explores the controversial question of whether and to what extent women participated in armed conflict during the Third Crusade. So it's medieval history type stuff. So that sentence identifies the central question. Then explain what sources they used. 2 sentences explain the thesis. This sentence explains how the article will be relevant to your essay. Let's go back to that. This article provides an excellent overview of the primary and secondary sources associated with the debate over the participation of women in armed conflict during the Crusades. It will help the argument that, while they are essential to the Crusades, women are limited to the roles they can play within them due to social stigma. They read the article, they figured out what it's about, and then they put like, I don't know, solid 50 words about what it is. Okay? You will do 3 of these. You will find 3 sources and write 3 annotated bibliographies. I prefer that you find some actual sources. Now we're going to talk about the sources. What am I looking for? Well, I hit up the world's best person who can help me with stuff, which is Ms. Rolla Fraser. Shout out Ms. Fraser, our friendly neighborhood librarian. And she sent me to the virtual library. And I had it open before, but let's open a new window. My face disappeared. Everybody cheers. Okay. Learning resources, virtual library down there. Boop, boop. Okay. If you click on research here, and then maybe it'll load faster for you. And general search, there's all kinds of things that you can look through. These are journal article databases. This one you end up using all the way through to university. Same with Gale, OneFile. Okay. Now, a couple things that she added into here. Canada in context, global issues in context, and opposing viewpoints in context. All ones that we should take a look at under just a general search. If you're looking for topics on health, gender, sexuality, you may want to look under the health drop-down menu on the resource page. So I'm assuming health. And then there's some spots here, and she suggests specifically health and wellness, teens, sexuality, and you.ca, and diversity studies, which is in the art and culture. So let's go boop, 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 right there. The Gale databases, you can filter easily through different things, okay? So if you're looking for things like academic journals, or audio, probably not so much, reference, news, stuff like that, filter your results further and stuff like that, you can go from there. So this website here is the one you're going to use to keep track of, to track down lots of resources. Now there used to be, let's just double check it right now, Google Scholar. Boom. Let's go pick a topic. Let's pick First Nations poverty. Canada. Hey, look, I'm going to find some stuff pretty easily, okay? On Google Scholar, what you want to look for is this over here. If you see it says PDF, okay, it's available to you in that PDF file. These ones will obviously probably take you to some sort of like database you can't access, but these just mean they're there. Boom. Okay? Easy to find, no big deal. And you can use these. And then this is a bad example. And I closed it. That's great. And so, yeah. So that is how you're going to find resources for your study, for your research analysis. You're going to go into those websites. Yes. Thank you, Ms. Fraser. Bye, Ms. Fraser. You're going to go into those topics. You're going to go to those websites, type in your topic, type in some keywords for your topic, and then start finding the resources. Now, once you have enough research done, your annotated bibliography done, you're going to hand it in to me by the 25th, okay? And I'm going to take a look at it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to give some feedback. Say, hey, this is good. Hey, you're on the right track. Hey, I like your idea. This, that, and the other thing. And then you have to take off into your draft outline. Draft outline. Project the plan. Okay, so draft outline. This is point form. This is done in point form. This is done in point form. This is done in point form. Please do this in point form. Okay? So take your topic, make a title page, and then first paragraph, first two paragraph type thing. Introduce your topic. Tell me about the history or context of it. Any kind of trends or developments in it recently. Who is impacted, and what are the different positions of people involved in it. Okay? Then we're going to take our psych-socio-anthro points of view. Anthropologie, let's take a look. So, incluez l'un ou l'ensemble des éléments suivants selon vos sujets. Il faut que vous essayiez de trouver une réponse pour tous les prompts ici, mais c'est pas réalistique de trouver l'information ou faire une tâche qui inclut toutes les choses ici. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't ask you to do that, but they're here to help guide you. Okay? Expliquez en quelques mots comment cette question est liée à la culture. Is it related to culture? Is it a cultural piece? Is it related to socialization in culture? Is it characteristic of that culture? Are there theories, anthropological theories connected to it that help us better explain it? And you can rely on all the theories. Structuralism, functionalism, you can look at ethnocentrism, you can look at sociolinguistic and cultural and physical anthropology. You can look at all of them and draw them into your assignment. Psychologie, encore, inclut l'un ou l'ensemble des éléments suivants selon votre sujet. All or a couple, but they're all here to help. Impact sur les personnes. En résumé, expliquez comment le problème affecte les personnes sur le plan émotionnel, social, physique, comportement, développement de la personnalité, lien avec la santé, le bien-être mental, les pathologies mentales. I know for a fact that when I looked through the list and selected topics, they were all done with an intention of making sure that this had some sort of connection. Focus on this one. That one. Okay? And again, psychological theories to help us understand. And sociologie, quel est l'état actuel de la question de Canada aux États-Unis? What's the actual status of this thing current modern day? Where's this actually at in Canada or the States today? Okay? Tendencies and statistics, impacts on society and Canadians, connections to norms and behaviors of groups, family connections, and theories. So point notes for this, point notes for this, point notes for psychology, point notes for sociology, et enfin, pour les points pour une conclusion, un bref résumé, l'impact global de la question, est-ce qu'il y a des implications globales de cet sujet? Again, human trafficking is not a Canadian issue, it is a worldwide issue, okay? Qu'allons-nous à partir de là spéculer des tendances futures? Give me a prediction. Tell me how you think it's going to go. Okay? And then, that you will give to me sur le 2 mars. C'est lundi prochain, je pense. No, mardi. Mardi, yeah. Okay. That's Tuesday next week. You'll submit that. I'll print it out. We'll do some jot notes. We'll do some chatting. We'll figure some stuff out. And then, after that, you will have had built-in jot note paragraphs to start writing your final analysis. Now, chaque chose est une page à deux en phrase complète et phrase et paragraphe complète. So, première, c'est une page de titre en format APA. Okay, we've done a bunch of APA things now. I'm not walking you through that. You should know that by now. And you've all done well. Let's not kid ourselves. Introduction. Définir et décrire le problème, histoire et contexte, tendance d'évolution, qui est touché, quels sont les différents impacts des groupes. Anthropologie, perspective culturelle, socialisation, caractéristiques, théorie. Psychologie, les impacts sur personnes, les comportements, développement de la personnalité, lien avec la santé et bien-être, et théorie. Et sociologie, le problème actuel, tendance, les impacts sur la société, les liens avec les normes, comportements des groupes, familles, communautés, sociétés, et une conclusion aussi. At that point, you will have a research essay done and ready to go. You'll hit save, you'll send it to me, and I'll mark your final research essay. That's a good, the end goal here is to write a research essay. If I look back at learning goal, using a 4-step progression, I will explore, investigate, process, and analyze a social issue using anthropological, psychological, and sociological focus. I will communicate and reflect on my findings with, we don't need that one anymore, we were going to do that type thing, but, you know, snow days and no time, so, and now all the lineup stuff is going to be messed up. That's wonderful. So let's take a look at a couple things in the evaluations. Your annotated rubric evaluation scheme. Did you include 3 sources from valid, reliable, trustworthy sources? All annotations include the identification of the center focus of the article, refer to the sources they used, and identify the main thesis and purpose of the source. Citations are formatted correctly, and annotations explain the connections, relevance, and importance of the final assignment. Your final report rubric, built on a rubric, like a 1, 2, 3, 4 rubric with our numbers here, communicates information as isolated piece and random information. We don't want that. We want over here. I read it backwards. Clearly and effectively communicates main ideas or viewpoints to the audience. Through application, thorough application of, or making connections between several perspectives is shown between the 3 ologies. Text and pictures, graphics, and charts show evidence of considerable research. Text and pictures and graphics, take time out here, okay? Text is the only thing you need. There are certain sources and things where you may want to show statistics or graphs or charts and stuff like that. I wanted it on there so you knew that it was something that you could do, okay? You can involve graphics of some sort if you're doing a research study and you find some bar chart that shows, or a line graph that shows progression of something over time. Go for it. Thorough knowledge of the topic from several perspectives, and comprehensive knowledge of the topic, key definitions, stats, trends is evident. Now I read it and I mark it and we go from there. Okay? And these are actually, yeah. So, and there's your topics. There. You pick one. You go from there. Okay? So that is your assignment breakdown. I'm not going to do anything too specific. Oh, you know what? The last thing I forgot to do. I put questions I anticipated. Do I need to include every single research point from the project, the plan, or the schema? No, that's unrealistic. They are there to guide your research. I want you to try and address them all to build a good idea, the full concept of this thing, but you don't need to touch on every one if you don't need to. How many sources are needed? I've asked for 3. I'd expect during your research that you're probably going to come across more sources to use than that, and those can be included in your works cited. But the annotated bibliography task is an introduction to your topic. You only need that many. When the outline says 1 to 2 pages, what does that mean? Minimum 1, aim for 2. That's a reference to your final assignment here. Okay, it'll end up being double-spaced size 12 font, at least 5 pages. It's going to happen. Okay, and then wherever you go from there. The deadlines, solid deadlines. Only the final deadline is a can't miss, no negotiation. The other 2 deadlines are guidelines, and you would benefit from completing your tasks ahead of those dates if you can. Use your class time as well as after school to complete your assignments. On March 5th, there'll be a morning exam, and then the afternoon will be reserved for completing this assignment. Okay, so you'll have that time as well. I will give you class time as well, but that's up to you to navigate. Okay, use time after school, use class time, and go from there. And the last one, we haven't started our sociology unit, but it's included in the assignment. What gives? Yeah, I know. Octomesters and snow days have been an interesting planning challenge. That's spelled wrong. That's cool. That's already. I hope I haven't uploaded this yet. But I'm giving this to you with enough notice to complete it. I acknowledge the task considers a topic we haven't gotten to yet. Get used to the psych and anthro part of it. This week we will shift to sociology. Okay, you will find some stuff along the way about soc, and when we do the direct instruction from the class, it'll reinforce your ideas. And by the time the second rolls around, you'll have a good idea of it. Maybe we touch on more sociology things after that. And by the time you have to do your jot note, your draft outline, you're going to have a good background to it. Not ideal, I acknowledge that. I didn't make a pandemic. Okay, so I think that's it. So if you have questions, send me SB messages. I'm going to upload this video, and we're going to go from there.